Dustin is the new head of household, but could the Pringles Party change the course of the game? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait. It's day 51 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Dustin is the head of household for the fourth time in 5 weeks. Who will he nominate for eviction? We'll find out tomorrow. And what will happen in the Pringles Party? We'll find out shortly. But first, I just want to reflect very briefly one more time on how wild it is that that wheel landed on Dustin after Curtis dethroned him with the Emerald Power veto. Curtis vetoed an entire competition, just like JoJo did in Season 3, and just like Steven did in Season 6, and just like with Julian in Season 3 and Rhonda in Season 6, the random draw, or the wheel in this case, chose Dustin. Insane. I don't know if there's some, karma, cosmic boomerang, whatever, if there's some, the powers that be, the universe, or God, or whatever you want to believe in, or it was just random luck, but it's crazy because so many people haven't even been head of household, and he's been head of household 3 times, and even following the footsteps of, it happening twice before. It's almost like in roulette when you get that same number coming each time, or you get the 00 multiple times. It was wild to me. I was thinking about it last night before going to bed, and it was just, from a stats perspective, it's really crazy. The Emerald Power Veto winner, when they've used it, has never had the wheel land on them or been picked in the draw. So, just crazy. Okay, so Monopoly pieces. Dustin, for winning head of household. First of all, he got to add a slip to the Pringles Party, but Davey's the only person eligible, so there's no point. Davey's going to get Pringles today. But Dustin did get to choose a Monopoly color set, and he had purple, the cheapest ones, Mediterranean Avenue and Baltic Avenue, or dark blue, Park Place and Boardwalk, and he chose dark blue. I think under normal circumstances, a house guest who won head of household might have taken purple to reduce the target on their back, but Dustin basically messaged me with fuck it, and he's right. He's already on the map. He's on people's radar. I think it was the right move to just take the most expensive one. So purple is unowned. It will go to whoever wins head of household next week in week 9, so Dustin. And then light blue is Dustin, pink is Dustin, orange is Alex, red is Gina, yellow is Dustin, green is Alex, dark blue is Dustin, railroads are Penny, and the utilities are Alex. So there's only 4 house guests out of 8 who even have properties. Gina only has 1, Penny only has 1, Alex has 2, and Dustin has 4, right? Yeah, so Dustin right now has a huge lead when that competition comes up, so we'll see if he can hold on to it. Karen had, I think, 4 or 5 sets in Season 6, and then she, in the penalty shot, which was the Pringles of that season, she got COVID, and she actually was not eligible to compete in Monopoly, and we had to give away her Monopoly color sets. I think 1 was a random draw, then 1 went to a competition. She got to bequeath 1, I think. I can't remember the specifics, but it became a whole hullabaloo, and it was actually, I'll admit, it was quite interesting. Okay, so yeah, that's the Monopoly pieces for you. The Conservatives chat is officially dead because Glow was evicted, so the Conservatives have been evicted. We started out pretty even. We had, actually, after week 4, we had 3-3-3-3, and then we lost Brooke, I believe, which brought the Liberals down to 2, but since then it's been 3 Conservatives in a row. Oh, no, sorry, Brooke was a Conservative. Who was before that? Oh, Kendra we lost, so that brought them down to 2. I apologize. Then we lost Brooke, Sean, and Glow all at once. And so the Conservatives are down to 0. The Liberals have 2, Curtis and Davey. The NDP has 3, Dustin, Gina, Zaki. And the Bloc Québécois has 3, Alex, Penny, and Jonathan. And interestingly enough, Erica quit week 1, so really the Bloc Québécois, even though they have 3, they haven't actually lost anybody yet, which is quite interesting. But yeah, so the Conservative Party is dead. I've removed Glow, the last remaining person from the chat, and Extra Whip has basically invaded the chat and is tearing the House apart, the Conservative House apart, before it makes way to become a Starbucks. Much like my famous Simpsons episode where the guy in the mall goes, "You better hurry up. Pretty soon they're gonna close this down and turn it into a Starbucks." So yeah. But you know what? A lot of Starbucks in the GTA are actually closing. Oh, fun fact. If you're from Toronto, I posted this already in the alumni chat, but if you're from Toronto, a Krispy Kreme location has opened up at Bloor and Jane, which is perfect for me because it's very close to my mother's. So I can visit her and then I can go and eat donuts to make myself, to rejuvenate myself. I love her. So yeah, there's a Krispy Kreme at Mavis and 401 in Mississauga, but there's always a lineup to like Russia and back. It's so annoying. During COVID, when you couldn't physically go in the store, the lineup in the parking lot, because there was nothing else to do but go buy donuts during COVID, the lineup was like a zigzag, what's that racing track game that Hot Wheels. It was like a Hot Wheels track. I was just like, ugh, God, is it worth it? It was. And then there's a whole bunch of other Krispy Kreme locations in downtown Toronto, but a lot of them are very difficult to get to, especially with parking. So I never really bothered. But yeah, I absolutely love their cookie. Is it cookie batter? No. Cake batter donut. I love the ones with the icing in the middle. Frig, now I want donuts so bad. Right before Christmas, Krispy Kreme had a red velvet donut. Oh, so good. So good. Tim Hortons a long time ago had a red velvet muffin, but Tim Hortons, of course, gets rid of everything that's ever good. So anyway, but the red velvet cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, that one's actually a bit too sweet for me. I actually think that was one of the ones that Karen tried. I forgot. But the red velvet cheesecake, it's a bit much. Cheesecake is heavy. Red velvet cake is heavy. When you merge them, it doesn't work out. Also, forget the episode. Forget what I had planned. I'm just going to go on for hours. There's a guy on TikTok who tried, allegedly, but it looks like it was legit. He ate all 33 cheesecakes from the Cheesecake Factory in 24 hours. And even I find this gross. I mean, assuming he did it, because it's possible on TikTok that you just take a bite and then you throw it out and you make people believe you did it. But let's say he did it. And I believe he did, because people on TikTok they don't have all their marbles, and that's where they get their news from, according to Ken. Shout out to Ken. He made the episode day 51. So there's about, on average, because some slices have 1,000, some have 1,500. There is on average 1,250 calories per slice. Times 33 cheesecakes gives you about 40,000 calories. He did that in a day. You're supposed to have 2,000 calories in a day. He ate 40,000 in a day. And by the way, I think it was Brazil and Nicole, shout out, who brought this to my attention, while Curtis just, whispered sweet nothings into all of our ears. But yeah, 40,000 calories a day, gross. And I was reflecting on this with Tiffany when we went to Buffalo. I have never eaten an entire slice of cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory in one sitting because it's so rich. It's good, but it's so rich and sweet that I either share it with somebody or I eat half and I take the other half home. I've never actually eaten one whole slice at once. They're massive. So to me, that to eat 33 in one day, ugh. And the majority of them are amazing, but still, not only that, some of them are bad. Mind you, I did try them all, but one at a time. If anybody ever wants my list of cheesecakes, my favorite, I have the full list. Nutella was my favorite until those bastards eliminated it. I still blame Caitley from season 6 for that. Tiramisu is now my favorite, very close to that is birthday cake. Adam's peanut butter fudge ripple, lemon meringue, salted caramel. What else is good? Not the Hershey's one. But that one's good too, but the Oreo Dream Extreme. Original with strawberry is good. I love peppermint, but they eliminated it too, the bastards. And pumpkin pecan is really good too. Those are the ones that come to mind. So they're the top 10. I have the full list somewhere. Okay, getting back to Big Brother Cheesecake. I have no clue how I ended up on that tangent. When I die, psychotherapists really should cut my brain open and examine it to see what makes people crazy, because I'm a great example of that. Okay, it's time for the daily Jimmy Carter update. I can reveal that as of 10:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023. Jimmy Carter is alive! He's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps on going. I love it. So well done, Jimmy. Yeah, screw that. I don't even know. I don't think it was cancer. He had a whole bunch of minor illnesses, but screw that and screw cancer too. But you can't say screw cancer on Facebook, or they'll give you a warning, according to Penny, which is just wild. Okay, so let's now get to. So there was a fight in the main chat after Curtis used the Emerald Power Veto to veto Dustin's head of household. And I will now read that chat out. Not all of it, but a good chunk. And I'm going to end on what should be like the episode quote. A lot of orgs do the episode quote, and Survivor does it too. So I'm going to end with that line because I actually really like the last line. So, here we go. Well, Hey everyone, it's me, Dustin, aka Robert Hansen. You better hope the wheel doesn't like me as much as I can tell people's ages. Glow announcement. I declare this is a war zone between Curtis and Dustin. Indeed. It's really nothing personal. There's just no point in any of us doing this for another month with you playing. Like, you can threaten me, but I'd rather go out 8th than be dragged to 4th or 5th and get out then. My comp wins aren't as much of a threat as you making an alliance and purposely leaving your bestie out and your party members. Hey, Glow, you want to be in the war zone then, Glow? Glow! Hey, Glow, come on! Come on, Glow! Glow, why did you use the Colossal? That made no goddamn sense, literally. What would it have served you, Glow? Come on! I love that there was 2 fights at once. It was Glow versus Zaki, and then it was Curtis versus Dustin. I assume you're talking about Penny, who I've known for quite a while. I haven't spoken for years before this game, and hadn't been in any alliance with her at all, while in the alliance that Gina broke. Not me. I actually did work in a clinic and had to guess all the ages all the time. I don't care about who you know prior, nor will I target Penny in particular for that, but don't throw out something simple like comp wins when connections and numbers mean a lot more. Dustin, don't tell a true story of what you've done or Andrew will joke about it. Dustin, be honest. Who haven't you had to deal with? Davey? Maybe? You're a giant threat. Everybody knows it. And you haven't had to deal with... Hey, don't ignore me, Shelly. Hey, Glow. Glow, don't ignore me. Come on. If someone can single-handedly turn an alliance of 6 to save someone, who you left out and are gaslighting, the reason Davey went up so much is because you told Sean you wanted Zaki over Davey in the alliance. I think people throw out gaslighting fairly liberally. Ironic, considering I'm a liberal. Who am I gaslighting and how? Zaki, I love you, buckaroo, but it felt like being an asshole before I left the game tomorrow morning, okay? I really don't think that's true. Zach and I have hardly talked one-on-one in this game. Hey, Glow, why be an asshole to me, Glow? Why be an asshole to me, Glow? Come on! So I wouldn't have advocated for him. I don't think I advocated for Davey either. I was just happy to be included. It's true, because if Zaki is covering you in a major alliance, you don't have to worry about your one-on-one. With Davey? Then you come to me all game and leaked what Jonathan said multiple times. I was trying to work with you, D, for Dick, as recently as last round. But you weren't wrong. Down. You have other stuff going on. It's all good, but I would be silly to let you just snag a 4th, 5th, whatever win. I'm glad, though, I flushed your coup because I knew you were up to something, aka being friends with everyone. I was not up to anything. Ask Alex. I was very down for a group of us 3 that you made, but you went back on it. Low-key, I didn't want to align with you, I wanted your coup. So then why the heck are we arguing? Clearly was smart to use the Emerald, and I'm glad we're wheeling. But it was directed at me because I would be the only one to use it, thus taking away an HOH for me to win, Glow. Come on! I would have honored a deal with you regarding this. Again, I had to make the choice before the challenge. So I'm not quite sure what you're upset about. Only deal I broke was putting up Davy after I said I wouldn't cause of an alliance leak that someone told me about. Well, you and told Alex and you were backdooring Zachy all week, right? And that we're both safe. Possibly. So I think this is done, and I'm sorry if you're mad at me or whatever, but this is a game. The Emerald was a game thing, not personal. Hope you don't need the Emerald next round. Dude, go cool off. This is wild. Whoever wins head of household, please don't put me a 5th week in a row. Thank you in advance. Hugs and kisses. Glow is the one you all want out of this game this round, right, Curtis? Hey, Glow, pay attention to me, Glow. Pay attention to me. Come on. Yeah, you did a fab job campaigning today. And I'm sorry things didn't work out. Great game, Glow. Glow, just so you know, he's jury pandering. He's been talking about how you need to leave since week 2. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and walk away from this for now. Good night, and remember, this is a game. All love. Not denying it. I mean, if you did, you would be lying. Good night, Curtis. I'm around if anyone wants to talk. I know Curtis did not give me the time of day since the beginning. He would give me 5 minutes live because he wanted nothing to do with me whatsoever. When he was the first one to say my name to get out, I always knew, but that never caused him any problems with drama. Curtis, I thought I was your bestie when you offered me a final 2. But even then, I still said, maybe we'd chat live for 2 or 3 minutes throughout the game, and then today I tried to make deals with him and a couple others, but they didn't believe anything I said. I'm manifesting the wheel ends on Davy so he can do what Curtis wants. Then people I trusted the whole game strayed fair in a tie, even alliances I thought I had the whole game. What a joke some of you are. People who cater to the majority all the time have no spines. I think I've been pretty adaptable this game, so I guess I gotta do it again. So just remember this statement for somebody. I watched their back the whole game. You lost your spine, and I have no respect for you being weak because you are afraid of what others will think. A vote is yours, and you can do what the hell you want with it when you want to do it, in the sense you weaken and backstab me with no guts. I like the first part of this statement, but Curtis has left me out of an alliance, as many people does land on me, but I'm not sure what they'll do. Davey, before you say anything, I know I nominated you 3 times, and once again there was a huge alliance that Curtis left you out of specifically. I'm not being rude, I'm just saying your position as a block star would have been a lot different if it wasn't for him. And now what should be the episode title of, the episode should be, I know you're not being rude, it's just facts. I like that line. Okay. So now, let's get to... That was very exciting. That was the first big main chat brawl we had. We've had lots of little fights, but that was the first one that really went on for a good half hour. Oh, well, actually, we had the one when Brooke was trying to save herself, when Glow went after Brooke and that whole thing, right before Brooke was evicted. So, sorry, second one we've had. Okay, now it's time to get to Dustin's head of household bedroom. Hello, everyone. It's me. Dustin aka Robert Hansen from Grace and Frankie. Come on upstairs to the head of household bedroom. Excuse me, I'm the head of household. I don't care if it's my 4th time, and I don't care if you don't like looking at pictures of my ugly husband Saul or my ugly ex-wife. You're coming up the stairs. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna climb up the stairs first, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release my penis from that circular Barrett's sausage-looking thing, and I'm gonna fish it down to you, and you're all gonna climb up like you're ascending a rope. Okay? You've all ascended my penis, and now let's open the door and see my room. Oh, wow, another fruit basket. Jesus Christ, I don't know what to do with this fruit. I'm just gonna stuff it down my pants so I look better. Okay, oh, and the video is coming on down. Let's see who wants to say hi to me.
Dustin! I know it's not Cassie, but it is another older married woman who thinks you're fucking awesome. Anyhow, kick some ass. Congratulations. I'm watching you play, and you're awesome, and I also know how dastardly and, wicked you are, so you're gonna do good, but congratulations, and I'm watching you, and yay!
Wow, Missy, I love you to death, and you're like a 20-year-old wrapped in a 40-year-old body. In fact, they even hired you once for that Ozempic commercial where they changed the lyrics to, oh, Ozempic, you're never too old to die young, because you're so young at heart. Anyway, everybody, since you don't want to be here anyway, get the fuck out, because I already know exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, okay. So thank you, Dustin, for that. Now, and thank you, Missy, for submitting a video. That was very sweet of you. So, Dustin gave me a list of people I can message, because I was really struggling to find people who like him. So now it's time to get to the Pringles party. So as we know, Davey is the last house guest who has yet to be tempted to open a can of Pringles. So we know he's going to say yes. We know he's going to get something good because there are only 3 flavors remaining and they are all good. So I know this week is a little anticlimactic, but don't worry, house guests, because next week we are going for seconds. And everybody except Jonathan, who said no the first time. And when you say no, it means you're never able to open another can of Pringles for the rest of the season. But everybody else who said yes will be eligible starting next week. Well, for 1 week, because we're going to do the last 2 at once. To get one of those last 2 good cans of Pringles. Okay, but is everybody ready? It's time to get to the Pringles Party! This is so exciting! Okay, Davey has selected sour cream and onion. So, let's pick up sour cream and onion. Okay, here we go. Is it my favorite flavor? No. But there's something about sour cream and onion that's just so lovable and humble. And just like anything in the onion family, you know, shallots, green onions, garlic, red onions, bloomin' onion. I like all the onions. Leeks. Ooh, I love leeks. Ooh, put that in a gorgonzola gnocchi with some shrimp and scallops in it. Oh! So, yes, Davey, this is obviously good! Davey, congratulations. Now, Brooke, try not to be too depressed when you see what you almost would have won if you did not switch to honey mustard because you thought that I didn't like sour cream and onion. Oh, Brooke, you poor thing. Davey, you have won. The Sapphire Power of Veto. So, Brooke right now wants to kill herself because Brooke had this in Season 6 and 7. In Season 7, so she would have had this 3 seasons in a row and it would have made Javier, he would have jizzed because of the stats. And I actually would have found this really entertaining. Season 6, she used this to save herself from the block. Season 5, I think Brazil had it and she played it to get Chantel to use the veto on her. Season 4, Brandon took it home with him. So that's actually the only unsuccessful one. And Season 3, Krista used it to save herself, which is when it premiered in Season 3. So, here's how the Sapphire Power Veto works. You, Davey, at any point from now up to and including the week of the final 6, can use the Sapphire Power Veto to veto a veto. And back in the Reality Realness days, there was a very funny clip of Chantel, Jonathan, and JoJo having no clue what this meant. What it means is, if somebody uses the Golden Power Veto to save a nominee, you can use the Sapphire Power Veto to say, and reverse that decision. If the Golden Power Veto is not used to save a nominee, you can use the Sapphire Power Veto to go, actually, you are going to save the nominee. The exception is, you cannot use the Sapphire Power Veto if a nominee wins the Golden Power Veto, just like with the Emerald, because if the nominee wins the Golden Power Veto, they are guaranteed safety. Also, if you are one of the 2 nominees and the Golden Power Veto is used on the other nominee, you cannot have it used onto you. You can simply reverse. So you can basically change a yes to a no, or a no to a yes in terms of whether the Golden Power Veto is played. So congratulations, Davey. Brooke, I'm so sorry. You almost had the Sapphire Power Veto 3 seasons in a row. Why did you switch to Honey Mustard? Anyway, with that said, who will Dustin nominate for eviction? Find out tomorrow, and we'll pick players for the Golden Power Veto competition. Saturday is Extra Whip, where Glow will dish the dirt with Joanne, Rhonda, Michael, Corey, and myself. Monday is Golden Power Veto ceremony. Tuesday is the final luxury competition of the season, and Joanne will have a famous recipe. And the final 2 nominees will plead their case. And Wednesday is the next live eviction and Head of Hustle competition, where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 8 house, get impeached from Congress, and lose their shot at the $800 cash prize. I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Take care, and remember, bad officials are the ones elected by good citizens who choose not to vote. Good night.